I ruined Christmas and was upset that the only gifts I got from my family were joke gifts every Christmas. My family has this tradition of mixing in a few prank gifts among the real ones. I'm 23, the youngest of 5 siblings, and the pranks are usually lighthearted, but this year, something changed. I unwrapped the first gift, a box labeled iPad. My heart skipped. I've been saving for one inside a dollar store notepad with iPad scribbled on the cover. Everyone laughed. I forced a smile next. Was a luxury handbag box from my sister. I opened it to find an old tote bag with a rock inside. "You've got to work out more," she joked. The laughter stung this time. Every gift was a joke. A gaming headset turned out to be muffs, a gift card with quiz, a gift card with zero balance, and a book I wanted just as jacket wrapped around a phone directory. Meanwhile, my siblings unwrapped real gifts. Gadgets, clothes, even a weekend getaway voucher. I spent weeks picking thoughtful gifts for each of them, matching my brothers. Favorite sports team jersey, a skincare set for my mom. But no one seemed to notice at dinner. They gushed over their gifts. My dad asked why. "I wasn't joining in. What's there to say?" I replied, barely holding back tears of my boyfriend, the only one not. Laughing, squeezed my hand under the table when I said I wanted to leave. My mom called me dramatic the next day. I shared a photo of a thoughtful gift my boyfriend's family gave me, a signed first edition of my favorite book. My sister screenshot it, blasting me in our family group chat for ruining Christmas. I didn't respond. Deep down, I knew the truth. They'd ruined it for me long before walked out. Christmas had always been a big deal in my family. Lights went up in early December. My mom made her famous gingerbread cookies. There was eggnog, loud music, endless laughter, and, of course, gifts. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, 23 years old, and every year we had a tradition: prank gifts. It used to be harmless. One year, my brother got a rubber chicken instead of a basketball. Another time, my sister received a can of soup wrapped like a designer perfume. We'd all laugh, and then the real gift would follow eventually. It was silly, playful, until it wasn't. This year, something changed. Or maybe, they changed. I had spent weeks preparing. I saved from my part-time job to buy thoughtful gifts for everyone. A signed jersey for my brother's favorite team. A premium skincare kit for mom, wireless. Earbuds for my gym-obsessed sister, and a handmade mug set for dad, who loved his morning coffee. Even though money was tight, I wanted everyone to feel loved. So, when I saw the gift under the tree with my name from everyone written in thick red marker, my heart leaped. The box was the size of an iPad. I'd been saving for one, talking about it all year. Could it be? I opened it with shaking hands, and inside a dollar store notebook with iPad written in black Sharpie across the cover. Everyone burst out laughing. My brother snorted. "Well, technically, it is an iPad. You pad with it." My sister high-fived him. I laughed too. Weekly next gift. For my sister's sleek box from a luxury brand I'd admired. I peeled it open with a flutter of hope. Inside, an old stained tote bag with a rock stuffed inside. "You've got to work out more," she smirked. "Build those arms up." They howled with laughter. I wanted to disappear. Then came a gaming headset box. I don't even game much, but I figured maybe it was for Zoom or work. Nope, earmuffs. Pink, fluffy, clearly used. Close enough. My brother winked. A gift card. Zero balance. A bestseller book I'd wanted for months. It was just the dust jacket wrapped around a 1993 phone directory. Seriously, meanwhile, they were opening actual gifts. My brother got noise-canceling headphones. My sister got brand new workout gear. My mom teared up over the fancy candle set. My dad gushed about a weekend getaway voucher. The room sparkled with joy. Except around me, no one said anything about the gifts I got them. No thank you. No hugs. Not even a nod. Just jokes about my long face. At dinner, as they laughed and swapped stories, my dad looked over and asked, "Why aren't you smiling, sweetheart?" I blinked back tears. What's there to say? Everyone fell silent for a second. Then my mom rolled her eyes. "Come on, don't be so dramatic." My boyfriend, who had joined us this year for the first time, sat beside me in quiet disbelief. Under the table, he squeezed my hand. That small act of kindness nearly undid me. I excused myself soon after and locked myself in the guest room. The next day, my boyfriend's family invited me over. They'd gotten me a signed first edition of my favorite novel, something I'd only casually mentioned in passing. I cried when I unwrapped it, not because of the gift, but because it reminded me what it felt like to be seen. I posted a picture of it on Instagram with a soft caption, "Some people really listen when you speak." It was meant to be grateful, gentle, healing. An hour later, my sister screenshotted it, blasted me in our family group chat. Wow. Way to throw us under the bus. Ruin Christmas just because you didn't get what you wanted. Grow up. I didn't respond. I stared at the message, heart pounding. Not from anger, from grief. Because deep down, I knew the truth. They'd ruined Christmas long before I walked out. They just didn't know it yet. Story 2 in the quaint village of Lavenham, England, where the sun cast golden hues over cobblestone streets. Robert and Eliza Hartley seemed to be the quintessential couple. Years into their marriage, they were often seen strolling hand in hand through the local market, their laughter mingling with the sounds of the bustling crowd. Yet beneath this facade of happiness, Robert sensed a growing tension, a whisper of doubt that lingered in the back of his mind. Eliza was a striking woman, her auburn hair framing her face like a halo, and her vibrant smile could light up the darkest corners of his heart. She was ambitious, dedicated to her career as a marketing executive, often working late to meet deadlines. Robert admired her drive, but as the months passed, a sinister shift began to take root. Late nights at the office turned into evenings, filled with hushed phone calls, secretive glances, and a subtle change in her demeanor. One fateful evening, Robert prepared dinner, his heart heavy with the weight of his unease. Eliza arrived home late, her cheeks flushed from the cold, and a perfume he didn't recognize clung to her clothes. "How was your day?" she asked, her voice bright but her eyes darting away, avoiding his gaze. "It was fine," Robert replied, forcing a smile. "Just waiting for my favorite person to come home." She laughed lightly, but Robert could hear the tension in her voice. As the days turned into weeks, he found himself questioning every little detail. Why was her phone always face down? Why did she flinch whenever he touched her arm? Each time he tried to confront her, her dismissive responses left him feeling like a fool. Man lost in a fog of insecurity and doubt. The breakthrough came one rainy Friday night. As he scrolled through social media, Robert stumbled upon a photo that made his heart stop. Eliza was in a cozy cafe, her head thrown back in laughter, leaning in closely to Mark, her charming colleague. The caption read, "Best coffee date ever." The chill that ran down his spine was ice cold. He felt a fire igniting within him, an urgent need for answers. That night, while Eliza slept, Robert decided to dig deeper. He carefully scrolled through her messages, his heart racing with each passing text. What he found sent waves of nausea crashing over him, flirtatious exchanges, plans for late-night meets, and a confession that would shatter his world. "Can't wait to spend the night together. You always know how to make me smile." His heart sank as clarity set in. Eliza was having an affair with Mark, the man who had been in their home, laughing over dinner, smiling with her. The betrayal felt like a punch to the gut, leaving him breathless and furious. But rather than confront her in the heat of anger, Robert's resolve shifted. He would gather evidence not just for his own peace of mind, but for the ultimate act of revenge. He began to document everything: texts, photos, even the conversations he overheard when Eliza thought he was asleep. His heart was heavy with the knowledge that the woman he loved was betraying him. But the thought of revenge ignited a fire he hadn't realized was there. Over the next few days, Eliza's behavior became increasingly erratic. She became more secretive, her late nights at the office turning into a pattern of excuses. Robert's suspicion morphed into certainty, and the thought of her betrayal consumed him. Yet, she continued to wear her mask of normalcy, planning a romantic weekend for just the two of them, supposed. Gesture of love to rekindle their fading connection. On the day of the getaway, Robert feigned enthusiasm. "I can't wait. Love?" "A weekend away sounds perfect," he said. Suppressing the turmoil inside, as she packed her bags, he prepared for the night he had been planning. He knew Eliza would leave for the evening to meet Mark, and he was ready. That night, as Eliza dressed in a stunning outfit that accentuated her figure, Robert felt a twisted satisfaction. "You look beautiful," he said, his voice steady. "Have fun tonight," she smiled, oblivious to the storm brewing beneath the surface. "Thanks, babe. I'll see you tomorrow." Once she left, Robert transformed. Dressed in dark clothes, he gathered his camera, notepad, and a bottle of whiskey. He slipped out into the night a man on a mission. Following Eliza through the winding streets of Lavenham, he kept a safe distance, his heart pounding with adrenaline. He watched as she entered a dimly lit bar, and moments later, Mark appeared, greeting her with a warm embrace. Robert's stomach churned as he observed their body language, laughter, flirtation, and the intimacy that should have been reserved for him. He felt like a ghost, invisible to the world, yet deeply entwined in a twisted tale of betrayal. The hours dragged on as he documented every detail, their closeness, the stolen kisses, and the way Eliza's laughter seemed to rise in the air like a beautiful melody one he had thought was only for him. With each passing moment, his anger simmered beneath the surface. Ready to boil over, returning home, Robert began to craft his revenge. He created a multimedia presentation documenting every betrayer, testament to her deceit. He spent hours arranging the images, texts, and audio clips, carefully weaving them together to expose the woman he once loved. On the day of the planned getaway, Robert set the stage. He invited Eliza to join him for a romantic dinner at home, facade that masked his true intentions. He cooked her favorite meal, filling the air with the scent of rosemary and garlic, while inside, he prepared for the reveal that would shatter her world after dinner. With a glass of wine in hand, Robert suggested they watch a movie instead. He led her to the living room, where he had set up the projector, masking the tension with casual conversation. "I thought we could relive some of our best moments together," he said, the smile never leaving his face as the images flickered to life. Eliza's expression shifted from curiosity to confusion. The first slide showed them laughing on their wedding day, their love radiating from the screen. But it quickly transitioned to a photo of her and Mark, laughter ringing out from the cafe where their betrayal had taken root. "What is this?" Eliza asked, her voice shaking. But Robert remained silent. He pressed play, and the audio of their flirtatious banter filled the room, echoing like daggers piercing through the atmosphere. "Robert, please," she whimpered as the slideshow continued, her facade of confidence crumbling. "I can explain." "No." "Elisa, you need to see this." Robert's tone was cold, unwavering. "You shattered the trust we built over the years. You chose this life." Her tears flowed freely now, and Robert felt a mixture of triumph and sorrow. The emotional weight of his revenge bore down on him. The consequences of her actions played out in real time before them. The final slide revealed Robert's letter, powerful testament to the impact of her betrayal. "You were my partner, Eliza. I never thought I'd be standing here, exposing the woman I loved. But your choices have consequences." Eliza fell to her knees, begging for forgiveness, her pleas echoing. In the empty room, but Robert felt no sympathy. The years of trust and love had crumbled into ashes, leaving behind only a hollow shell of their former life. As the weight of her betrayal settled in, Eliza staggered to her feet. "I never meant to hurt you." "It was a mistake," she cried, desperation spilling from her lips. "Was it?" Robert replied, his voice low. "You played house with another man while I stood here, oblivious, trusting you. This isn't just a mistake. It's a choice you made." As she turned to leave, the finality of the moment resonated in the air. Robert watched her walk away, a mixture of relief and sorrow washing over him. He had won the battle, but at what cost? Months passed, and Robert focused on rebuilding his life, channeling his anger and heartbreak into his work. He poured himself into architectural designs that reflected his resiliency, creation, a symbol of his journey from betrayal to empowerment. And as he moved forward, he realized that while revenge had been sweet, it was also a double-edged sword. It was a beautiful yet haunting work of art, a reminder of the pain he had endured and the strength he had reclaimed. In the end, Robert found solace in the lessons learned and the strength he had uncovered within himself. He understood that the most powerful revenge is not in the hurt we inflict, but in the peace we cultivate.